The people are pouring over. It's sort of known as Snake Mountain, State Kill, Snake. It's snakes, a lot of snakes. I think they're rattlesnakes. Between the rattlesnakes and the rough terrain and the steepness, they said nobody's coming. The people are coming over by the thousands. Their windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. Nobody does anything about that. They're washing up on shore. I saw it this weekend. 3 of them came up. You wouldn't see it once a year. Now they're coming up on a weekly basis. The windmills are driving them crazy. They're driving the whales, I think, a little batty. Start in Iowa, we go to New Hampshire, we come down here. You know, the beauty was when I came here, everyone thought Bush was going to win. And then they took a poll and they found out Trump was up by about 50 points. Everyone said, what's going on right here? They thought Bush, because Bush supposedly was a military person. Great. You know what he was a military? He got us into the Middle East. How did that work out, right? But they all thought that Bush might win, Jeb. We have a man who is totally corrupt and the worst president in the history of our country, who is cognitively impaired, in no condition to lead, and is now in charge of dealing with Russia and possible nuclear war. Just think of it. We would be in World War II. Their leading political opponent, they're leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is the same thing. The country is very divided. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won.
As usual, we're fair, and we tell you when Joe Biden makes the gaffes, and we point out it's concerning, and we take a lot of heat for it, right? Mainstream media is basically sometimes points it out, and half the time covers it up. If Trump had said a lot of the things that Biden did, they would have been talking about it 24/7. Now, are the Republicans fair in return? I mean, look at this guy. He says, the problem with Biden is that he's cognitively impaired. He's going to get us into World War II. Okay, how many mistakes has he made? He's made a lot of mistakes. Has he made as many mistakes as Biden? No, I don't think so. I think Biden's made more mistakes, okay? But we're talking about cognitive impairment. This moron took a dementia test and thought it was an IQ test. I mean, that should be part of the test. What test are you taking? If you can't tell what test you're taking, you might have cognitive impairment.
It happened, but I did it, and Israel therefore became the capital. And it was a big thing, and on Monday I called back the biggest leaders in the whole world, richest leaders, biggest leaders. I said, hi, what's up? Stories of the Holy Bible and the voices of famed evangelical people and evangelists like the late great Pat Robertson, who was a great gentleman.
Guys, let's be honest. First of all, everyone has to acknowledge this. Of course, MAGA doesn't have to acknowledge any facts. In fact, they're on Snake Mountain right now as we speak. Okay, eating a steak. But for the rest of us, if Biden had said all of these things, people would be losing their mind. They'd be the top story in the country by a landslide, right? Yeah. You can't deny that. And I'm a guy who's criticized Biden a lot and on topics like this. So I have a mountain of credibility, if you will, on being fair on this and calling out Biden on it. If Biden had come out and was like, let me tell you about Snake Mountain, Snake Hill, Snake Mountain, thousands of people coming over it. And I moved the capital of Israel to Israel. And that's why the evangelical Klingons were, right? We'd be like, oh, you gotta wrap it up. We can't run that guy. We can't run that guy, right? And Republicans see Trump and they're like, nah, boy.